So here is the problem. Let's read it. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower where Rapunzel is held captive. From the only window in her small cell, she observes the prince riding towards the foot of the tower on the highway at a uniform speed. At a particular instance, the angle of depression of the prince is 30 degrees, and after 6 minutes, the angle of depression becomes 60 degrees. In how much time from this point will the prince reach the foot of the tower? So here the key words to note are: the prince was travelling at a uniform speed, and the angle of depression and not elevation. The angle of depression was 30 degrees at one point, and after 6 minutes the angle of depression became 60 degrees. So we have to find out the time from this point in which the prince would reach the foot of the tower. Again, the first step always is to draw the figure. Let's just draw the highway first. Let's say this is the ground or the highway. Then the tower is somewhere here, and there's a small window here from where Rapunzel is watching the prince. Let's say that the prince is here to start with. This is the first time when Rapunzel looks at him. First, we'll draw the horizontal line. So let's say this is the horizontal line from the level where she is. So the angle of depression would be the angle that the line of sight makes with the horizontal line, below the horizontal line, correct? So let's just draw the line of sight. So this is the first line of sight. So we are given this angle is 30 degrees. This is the first angle of depression. After 6 minutes, the prince has reached somewhere here. Now the line of sight would be this, and the angle of depression would be the angle that is made by the line of sight with the horizontal. So this is the angle of depression, and this whole angle is 60 degrees. So how much time will the prince take to reach the foot of the tower? Somewhere here. So let me draw the horizontal line just to complete the triangles. So let's say this is the foot of the tower, and this would be the horizontal line, and this is the vertical line. Let us name the key points here. Let's say Rapunzel is at point A. This point, the foot of the tower, is point B. This point where the prince was initially is point C, and this point where prince had come in between was point D. Let me just draw this figure separately where the prince and tower and Rapunzel are out. That would give us a better picture. So here, this is point A, this is point B, this one is point C, this one is point D. This was A, and this is the horizontal line. We know this angle is 30 degrees and this bigger angle is 60 degrees. This angle here at angle B would be 90 degrees. So once we have the figure, the question is pretty easy to solve. Now we have to find out that in how much time would the prince cover this distance BD. If he covers this distance DC in 6 minutes. So let us assume that this distance DC is A units, this is X units, and the height of the tower is T units. Also, if we look carefully, this vertical line AB is perpendicular to this horizontal line. Let's call this point E. So AE is the horizontal line, and AB, the tower, is perpendicular to AE, which means angle BAE is equal to 90 degrees. Here we are also given that angle EAC, the smaller angle, is 30 degrees. This would imply angle BAC is 90 degrees minus 30 degrees. This whole angle is 90 degree. minus 30 degree would give me angle BAC. So this would be 60 degrees. Similarly, angle BAD would be equal to angle BAE minus angle EAD, that is 90 degrees minus 60 degrees or just 30 degrees. So let me just label it in the figure. So I am saying this angle BAC is 60 degrees and this smaller angle BAD is 30 degrees. Let me erase this and we'll look at triangle ABC to start with. So in triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degrees and angle A is 60 degrees. So here I can write tan of angle A, tan of 60 degrees is equal to opposite. So opposite of angle BAC is BC by the adjacent, and adjacent is AB. This can be further written as tan 60 degrees is root 3. BC we have assumed to be equal to x plus A and AB is equal to T. What do we get from triangle ADB? Here again angle A is equal to 30 degrees. So tan of angle BAD, this angle, tan of 30 degrees is equal to opposite, that is BD, by the adjacent. Adjacent again here is AB. So we can write 1 by root 3 is equal to only x by t. So let us assume this is equation 1, this is equation 2, and we'll try to eliminate t out of these two equations so that we have a relationship between x and a. So on dividing equation 1 by equation 2, on the left hand side I would have root 3 by 1 by root 3 is equal to x plus a by t whole over x by t. So here t and t would get cancelled. This root 3 would go up and be multiplied with root 3 here. So this equation would in turn be equal to root 3 multiplied by root 3 is equal to x plus a by x. This further implies 3 is equal to x plus a by x. And if I take x to this side, I would have 3x is equal to x plus a, or when I bring x here, so this will be minus x, so 3x minus x would be 2x is equal to a. Now this is the relationship that I have. I can further write it as x equal to a by 2, or x is half of a. Now let me go back to the figure. We know that the prince is traveling at a uniform speed. I told you it was a keyword. Now let's see how it is a keyword. When he is traveling at uniform speed, that means his speed is not changing at all. So if we assume his speed is s, so to travel this distance dc, he requires 6 minutes. And dc was equal to a. So to travel a distance of a units, he requires 6 minutes. We have to find out how much time will he require to travel a distance of x units. So we know to travel a distance of a units, he needs 6 minutes. And he is traveling at a constant speed of s. So we have to find out to travel a distance of x, how much time would he need. And we have just seen x is nothing but a by 2. So we have to find out how much time does he need to travel the distance a by 2. When he requires 6 minutes to travel a distance, he would require 6 by 2 minutes to travel a by 2 units. Hence, he requires just 3 minutes to reach the foot of the tower from the point where his angle of depression was 60 degrees. So from this point D, he requires only 3 minutes to reach the foot of the tower. I hope this example is clear. We'll discuss more such interesting examples in the next video. Bye.